With that said, while this nigga keeps on trying to carry on this bullshit all over the internet to keep on filling a woman's head with lies that I don't co-sign to, because bitch, whatever that man of yours wants to make you believe as to why I'm on his social media, bitch, I'm here to tell you what it is, the truth about it. Because I had enough. I never wanted your husband, and I don't want him now. If I wanted your husband, I would have stolen him from you 5 years ago. It would have been easy. I don't want your fucking... I call him your husband because you're the last woman he married, and best believe y'all still out here like husband and wife for real. Two sorry ass motherfuckers who can't get it together though. But the door is left wide open and shit. You get what you give and you give what you get. I can't speak for your relationship with you and Mr. Tyrese Gibson and Samantha. I can't speak for what your relationship is, how you ended up together, how your relationship went, how it ended. I don't give a fuck. That's between you and him. But what I do know is I didn't play a part in it, but he threw me in there to play a part. Because he reached out to me. You both saw me. You saw I was there with him before you showed up. You showed up with all the worry in your eyes because you knew who your husband was that you can't tame. That's not my problem. But what I do know is you get what you give and you give what you get. And I always give what I expect to get back. Because I for damn sure ain't going to turn into no sorry hoe with bitches stealing my man after man because I stole your husband. I wasn't trying to go that route. Because I knew where it would lead me. It would lead me being like you. Just like he is now, but it would have been delayed. I would have been like you. And then 5 years later, some zelly ass Jezebel would have showed up. I saved myself the trouble. I left that to you. I ain't here for that. The same way that your husband made it easy for me to steal him from you is the same way someone would have stole him from me. And I give what I expect to get. And I for damn sure dare a woman to tell me or try me, she gonna have to lose her life because I give what I get. And bitch, if a bitch thinks that she can come in and impede and try to sit here and give me something that I don't give out, because best believe I deserve a woman to come and cheat with my husband and disrupt my home if that's the kind of woman I am. If I willingly come in and disrupt your home and fuck your husband as long as he is just willing, ready, and able to give me all the gifts that he fucking offered me. Oh yeah, he came with a nice little fucking... Here. How about this? With an old wife and a new baby. That's not even walking and talking yet. I've seen those type of niggas. He's just in a higher form because he got more money. That's all. And I stay away from them. I had a trail of little guys that come up to me and tell me, yeah, I got a baby. How old is your baby? 6 months. But we not together. Me and the baby. Well, that baby only 6 months, so it means that you had sex at least 9 plus 6 is what? And I just don't believe you didn't have sex since you got pregnant. You know, I'm a rarity. Because for one, you're still around. So I don't, what? No. I give what I expect to get. And that's called respect for marriage. I expect that a man doesn't cheat on me and a woman doesn't think that she is bold enough to think she can come destroy my home because she gonna have to die if she try. You want to be bold like that, bitch? I hope you bold enough to die. You ain't got the strength in you to tame a nigga like Tyrese. Oh, well, that's your bad, I guess. I know that I do, but guess what? This nigga's a whole womanizer thinking that nobody's supposed to tame him. So I'm leaving him to you. You got the baby with him. I was willing to just choke up whatever facade that he wanted to paint for everybody, especially for you, because you were so worried, and he obviously is a cheating ass nigga. Blaming it on, I'm a man. No, being a man does not give you the right to treat women like that, get them pregnant, and run on to the next. So, while he got you busy taking care of a baby, he dipping, right? I show up, you worried, right? Because you already had your what they call the intuition of women, right? You had a feeling if he didn't get caught before. I don't know, because I don't be in your business. But what I do know, what is my business, and I know I saw the worry in your face that showed me enough about that man. And I felt good about keeping my distance. So now, when it's time to take photos, instead of being a proper host and treating me like every other fan, he decides he wants to get all cold-hearted because I didn't want to sit with him on the couch before you showed up. I didn't want to be in his face while he was on the stage. I decided to walk the fucking area and look at the cars while everybody else surrounded the stage. His feelings was his problem. Feeling rejected when he should not even be concerned about my rejection because he has a wife. My rejection was respect to his wife. Because I already knew how easy that was as soon as I met him. Well, saw him. Because I didn't want to get too close. Because I know I saw this woman on his timeline, introducing her to his mother. Then to find out you guys are pregnant, having a baby. Then I see wedding photos. And then I show up to your event. So I already knew. This is just stuff I merely saw on Instagram when I was sitting there watching in the late night and putting comments under his thing. I know the kind of picture he clearly could have painted to you. But I'm here to tell you, it's a whole bunch of fucking bullshit. Now I'm traumatized by a nigga trying to keep the story of his lies since then that I'm attached to. Because now what? He put out a whole album about my wife left me. I don't know why. As if I had nothing to do with that. I had something to do with that. And all I did, the something I had to do with it is show up VIP to a motherfucking Fuel Fest, spoiling Renee Adele Belcher, not giving a fuck about Tyrese Darnell Gibson. I love cars. My dad was a mechanic. And I like to drive fast without getting into accidents, because I don't. But, these motherfuckers out here is either dumb, on drugs, all kinds of crazy shit. It's a scary place to drive here. I clearly understand why the insurance is high here. Couldn't understand it in New York. Because you don't see that shit over there. Not when I was living there. So, I like to drive. I love cars. I love cars. I showed up to the event because my dad is a mechanic and I love cars. You have no idea. I used to make my kids uncomfortable with my love for cars. I called them sexy as a motherfucker. They're like, "Oh, mommy, what are you doing?" Because they were uncomfortable. I raised some prudes because that's what I was growing up. And I kind of, as an adult, I got kids, how can I not be afraid to say sexy? But let me best believe, you got a nice little black, all tint with chrome trims back in the day. Now it's, well, not too gaudy. You could still probably do it, but not too gaudy. But back then it used to be a little gaudy, and I didn't like the gaudy. I mean, like the simple trim. Spoiler, little metal, little chrome over the spoiler. Maybe, just small chrome detail. Just sleek and sexy. And if it's the right car, a sports car, because I love sports cars. I love cars. I didn't show up to the Fuel Fest for Tyrese, but that's a self-centered ass, dumbass bastard like him. That's where he wants to take it. And as much as I describe what my life was like, why did I have to go to the extent of telling people? My dad was a mechanic. My dad's first car, he built himself from the frame to the everything. All he was given was a frame. Just a fucking metal frame to a car. That was my dad's first car. He was a mechanic. He never went there. He fixed the cars right there in the driveway. He would fix mine if he had the time, if I had something that I needed help with. And then he also taught me to learn how to do stuff for myself in my own car. And I love a sexy motherfucking car. Hence why I tossed up walking the premises of the parking lot looking at the cars, because there was some nice cars. I took a lot of photos. What, he was jealous that I was walking the premises taking photos of the cars while he's on stage and not in his face trying to take photos of him? Why should he worry about it when he's got a wife and a baby? Because I wasn't there for you. That's why I'm not taking pictures of you. On top of the fact that I got relatives back on the East Coast. If they even smell that I'm anywhere near money, they're going to come in like a stampede and steal it from everybody. And kill you while doing it. And not give a fuck. So I got to move smart for myself. I'm not trying to get caught up. Even if your husband, if I was cold-hearted like that, to steal your husband, I already knew the backlash I would have felt. There would have been the money-hungry relatives ready to come and kill me and your husband for that money. There was nothing about your husband that I was looking for. The last thing I need is to publicize my relationship with a man who has money in the situation and the time that it was happening. I had to go through all of the extents after that to regulate, so that because of the exposure that your husband gave me, I have to make sure I'm safe, because I have no choice but to find a man with money now. And I have to make sure when I do, those relatives don't come over there trying to kill us for it. I don't give a fuck about you and your husband. Your situation ain't about me, and I ain't trying to be in the middle of your shit. You and your husband need to get it together. You need to go sit down and be honest with each other about what you lied to each other about. Because you did a whole lot of lying. He did a whole lot of lying about that one day for a few hours. That few hours turned into 5 treacherous years for me. And y'all are too busy over here trying to make it some hoe game. And I was never there for your husband. So you go talk to that nigga. Because I believe in giving what I know I'm supposed to get. I believe in respecting how I deserve to be respected. And that means not trying to steal your husband, bitch. You think I'm out here fighting for him? He ain't nothing to fight for. You barely fighting for him, but you're waiting for the checks. I saw you were just on live. He got got you so unlocked that you have everything shut down so I can't even comment. Because you're that much in denial. You can't hear the truth from me. You hearing and seeing all that's going on. I know you are. But you allow that nigga to put you in such a lock because you got to do whatever for that check that you deserve. But he trying to make you feel like you don't, right? So you going to do whatever he needs you to do so he don't try to stop paying you? I think he already did that. Ain't that why he went to jail? But you stay on this motherfucking Instagram trying to show off your model and your body and being a hoe ready to get them checks because your husband is giving you a hard time. He'd rather you sell your ass to take care of your daughter than give you the money you deserve. While he's flossing in his big ass lifestyle with the mansion, but he don't want to give you the money you deserve to give your daughter the lifestyle that he created. How selfish. How dare you have a lifestyle and say your daughter doesn't deserve it just because your mama's not with him? You're the one who can't see. And I'm the one with the fucking glasses. Keep your shit over there. I gave you respect long enough. I never came at you at all. I stayed from giving you any wrath of me because you didn't deserve it in my eyes because I was not doing anything to harm you, but I see how that nigga harms every woman that comes his way. But if you too foolish to wake up, bitch, now you're going to have to hear me today. So go over there. You stuck with that nigga. You decided to marry that nigga. You decided to lay down and have that baby with that nigga. There is nothing that's keeping me tied to him, and best believe I did not want to be tied to him for the past 5 years, bitch. That nigga was cut off as soon as the motherfucking Fuel Fest was over. But then he found his way in my DM. And now he feels that the rejection gives him the right to treat me like shit. Meanwhile, he go over there manipulating the shit out of you and you over there taking it. I don't know how you could be so foolish. What, because he intimidated you enough with that record? So now you feel away? Now you're feeling like you got to be modest about the money you deserve? He trying to make a whole lot of money off that record. Every bit of that, every penny of that record should be going to you. You're the one who can't see straight. And you have a loose cannon as a husband out here that you can't tame. His mother never could tame him because that's why she dead. And he's your responsibility because you have his baby. If you can't tame him, the white man, you know how they want to tame him. And they will. Hopefully he has some money left to leave for your kid. And you can live good for the rest of, at least until she's 18. And that's all I have to say. I'm not going to sit here and play these games with your bastard ass husband. Who is no gift to anyone. But swear he is all big kinds of gifts. I'm coming here to be honest because I ain't going to talk to you. I ain't going to talk to you any different than I would talk to anybody. And people who know me from the East Coast know I don't hold my tongue. There'll be a lot of motherfuckers dipping and dodging from my tongue like, oh shit, nope. Trying to dip and dodge, find ways to not hear me tell them about themselves and what they need to hear and the trash that they may be. And then as soon as they feel the coast is clear, they're laughing at the next motherfucker I'm tearing up. Because I don't play like that, bitch. I am humble, but I don't stay humble when I'm not supposed to. 'Cause So, with that said, take care of your husband. You better go handle that husband. He made sure to make you feel like all kinds of shit because he went even younger. You was already young. Then he went younger than you so he could make you feel like shit on purpose. Because that's his game. You don't want nothing to do with me? Okay, you old hag, I'm going to go give me this young thing. How you feeling, though? You over there trying to keep up with her, too. I see you. I see you all over social media trying to keep up with a little 20-something-year-old girl. Don't pull me into your shit. I barely even touched your husband. But she did everything on him. That's between the three of y'all. I ain't got shit to do with any of it. And I'm tired of motherfuckers trying to dump their shit on me like I had something to do with any of your problems. Because you have a lying ass husband that you can't even tell when he's lying and telling the fucking truth. Kick rocks, bitch.